Wow, look at that impact.
Dude.
Every good tradesman is only as good as his tools, and if you're a serious FPV race pilot, something like this nuclear hazard core is going to be an absolute game changer, and I'm going to show you why. G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and this one is going out to the hardcore FPV racers. You want to get and become the fastest FPV pilot alive. You're not going to do it without the right tools, and one of those tools, what we have right here, is the nuclear hazard core. This is a fully fledged awesome race and lap timer that's got a ton of features, and I'm going to use it to finally become a better, faster pilot than Stickman Steve. So we're going to go head to head, have some races, and we're going to be using this to determine who is the fastest race pilot, and you are going to see why. If you like racing, you want to get faster, this is probably going to be an important tool to have in your backpack. So essentially what this is a lap timer that is very easy to get set up and get working. You can either get the kit version. I got sent the full version. There's also some lighter versions, so maybe you're just a pilot at home who is practicing to get faster and faster, or if you're a racing club, you also have the full-fledged versions as well. And I think at the time of this video, there is like a new pre-order for a 2025 edition, which might have some extra features. Anyway, this is the version that I've got. My pre-built one, it can run on a 2 to a 5S LiPo, and it is so easy to get set up and get flying. Of course, you've got a bunch of USB ports on the back for you computer nerds out there. You've got an Ethernet cable as well, but let me just simply plug mine in. You're going to hear it. It's going to be a double beep. And then what you need to do, I'm going to connect it up to my iPad because it's big. You can see exactly what's happening on the screen. I'm going to go. All right, now once you connect to the Wi-Fi, and I'll put some pictures on the screen as well because this might not be the best way to be able to show this with the light and the glare and those sorts of things. If you go to 10.42.0.1 in your web browser of whatever you're using, whether that be your PC, whether that be a tablet or a phone, this thing, once it's connected up to it, that's how you can get in here, change some of the settings. If you go over to settings, it's going to ask you to put in the password. Take note of the capitalization because that did take me a little bit to guess on the nuclear and also on the part of the hazard, but I'll put those instructions on the screen. It is really intuitive and pretty easy to get it set up. And then you can set up a race event, and what you can see here is my channels, R1, R2, all the way up. I've just got mine from R1 to R8, but you can set it up with whatever frequency you are actually flying. Let me clear Steve's laps here when I was practicing. But yeah, this is going to track your laps. It's going to give you audible readouts, and it's an essential tool. Like if you need to measure that performance, if you want to get faster, having something like this is going to go a long way. And also if you're a club, for like $240 for the actual whole core version that's going to track everything, it feels like a bit of a no-brainer. But let's do it now. With this setup, let's beat Steve, become the fastest pilot possible at his own game. So let's race this thing around and show you some of these live results and find out who the best pilot is in 3, 2, 1.
Right out here in the field, but we're going to find out who the fastest pilot is. The dog's pretty excited. We have the nuclear hazard lap timer. The core version's over there. Stickman Steve is here, and we are flying our favorite drones. So we've flown this course a little bit before. Well, we've got a general idea. We did this with the Drac Knight and also with the Lightning V2, but now it's time to find out who is the fastest pilot. And then also it's going to be interesting because we've used the lap timer with some analog systems, but now we're going to tune it so it's also picking up our digital.
Yeah,
so,
I hope it works. It'll be awesome.
You ready?
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
Well, mate, you're not telling everybody. You've got a lightweight VTX antenna.
Yeah, what do you have?
I've got a decent one.
Yeah, well, whose problem's that? I got 4 blade.
And you've got 4 blade props.
Yeah, but that's a bit quicker. This is a bit grippier.
I don't know,
you know, I think Steve's making excuses
You're
here.
stitching me up.
All right. And then after the race, we'll also get your thoughts on what you think about the hazard core and the nuclear core and that sort of stuff.
We've tried a couple.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. May the fastest pilot win. 59.04 to 59.24, so 59.10.
Yeah.
Telemetry lost.
59.17, but we want 59.10, 59.05.
Search
I wish it was just like...
Yeah, numerical order.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, maybe there's an option to do that. 59.14.
That's the closest one so
Yeah.
far.
That's like 59.10, I guess. I'm gonna go that. We'll see how we go.
Cool.
Now, I don't think Stickman Steve wanted the truth getting out here. I can blame him for this. I'm pretty sure he did something sneaky in the background, because the most critical part of this video, besides Steve not wanting to see that, yes, Stu is a faster racer than him, for some reason, the GoPro decided, you know what, when he went through the settings and looked at how things were set up and the lap times and all the data, yeah, we're just going to sort of corrupt that file. So I have to give you guys an apology, and also an apology to the Rotor Hazard crew and the Nuclear Hazard crew, because, yeah, when I filmed all that, it's done. It's just the GoPro didn't want to save that for some reason, which is extremely frustrating. However, you can see, I think Steve put a screenshot, or thanks to him, we did have a little option of seeing what the laps were. And also, here's a bit of bonus footage as well. When we were flying it around indoors, you can see like it's giving out the audible readouts, and you know, once it was bound and set up, it's a pretty straightforward piece of thing, although it is a little bit technical. That's a good lap. Did it register it?
Lap 5, 17.1.
Oh, 17 seconds. Oh no, that was R5.
Lap 6, 16.7.
16.7. And then finally, check out what is about to happen with this crash. Lightning V2, full speed, into one of the poles, sticking up out of the roof of the house. Absolutely destroyed it, but you're never going to guess what actually happens.
We've got bad news, guys. We've got the lap timer working. We've been screaming these things around, but like you would have seen in that DVR, Steve, we're going to go for a bit of a walk to try to find where my drone's gone. It could be on the roof. I smashed into like probably the worst thing I could crash into. So I'm going to let you come in. We'll have a look at the lap times to see who was fastest.
This is the actual lap time, so luckily I got a screenshot of this. Steve probably didn't want this out there, but there I am, 12.048, and Steve coming in at 12.1, so a couple of hundredths of a second quicker. And I got to say, I'll do a follow-up video in the future when I get back with Stickman Steve. We'll do some real racing and show this again so you can see some of the more features, and I will make sure that GoPro doesn't delete it.
It's right here. Do you think it's smashed? Don't get any closer. I feel like it probably was. That was full throttle into that.
Battery's gone, so might not be smashed, mate. Oh yeah, cameras.
Is it? Wow! Look at that impact,
Dude.
Oh, yep. Need a new camera lens for sure.
What's your frame? Is your frame all good? Oh, what?
Yep.
That's fine. Pop the motor wire. Wow.
That's a big impact. I wonder where the battery is.
Yeah. Leads up out of the wet grass. Perfect. Oh, look at the battery end.
Oh my gosh. Do you think it'll power on?
Oh, you've got to give it a go.
Yeah, we have to.
You've got to try and fly it.
Yes.
Yeah. Moment of truth.
Now, the frame is totally like this aluminium part. I don't think that, like, I probably could bend that back. I'm a bit upset about the chip of the camera lens.
Well, that's all from the impact on the canopy though, right? Looks like it's pushed straight into it.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think it was like, you see the DVR. Yeah. I'm going to plug my motor lead in. Please be working, although I don't expect it to be.
I think it will. I think your electronics will be fine.
I don't think the camera will.
The camera, there's no coming back from that. Seems good.
Oh, I can't arm actually. Oh, we've got... Hang on, I have to, because I can't spin the quad because the canopy's been bent over so much.
True.
So I've got to bend this back.
Yeah, do you want a rock or something? Put it on the edge of the garden bed and whack it. Where cheating gets you. That's where cheating gets you. It's all in the VTX antenna, mate. What's that? No comment?
No. Well, my prop don't even spin now, so
oh man.
If we can just first we're going to go for a hover.
She's good.
So this one is the one that keeps.
Yeah.
Will motors spin?
Telemetry recovered.
Oh yeah.
I think so. The motors are okay. Telemetry's okay.
Yep. Fine.
Yeah. Frame could be better. Will I have video? I do.
You do. You got video. How bad is it?
I do. No, it's fine.
What? Even with that? Look at the.
I can't even tell that that's broken.
Nice. But it's pointing left, so...
Bro, I could fly this right now.
Well, let's do it. Oh, hang on.
This is the only issue. Is this prop.
That's crazy, because not only did you hit that solid pipe full speed, you also fell 5-6 meters to concrete.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Where's these? Ye of little faith.
Beginner's luck, mate.
It's hanging out the back, but the important part is that I proved to you guys that I can see and I can fly. We just have to try to get some clearance from this at the front.
If you can get it spinning, it should shave down the tip of the prop.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, goggles on.
Yeah, goggles on. Recording.
Yep.
There you go, brother.
That's awesome. Sounds like when you put a Coke can in the tyre of your push bike.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened
I think I
there?
lost the prop then.
Battery come off.
Alright.
Dude. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can replace that canopy pretty easy, but the rest is just rock solid.
I can't believe that frame held up.
I can't believe the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like the electronics, the motors, like, yeah, we lost the prop. That's why we fell out of the sky just then. Too easy.
That's awesome.
Was that not the biggest crash you have ever seen for a little 2-inch? Like, that lightning took an absolute pounding, but I have to say, I'm glad that all I'm gonna have to replace, I've got like a little spare top part of the frame there. So thumbs up to the lightning. But the nuclear hazard core itself, it is heaps of fun. Should you get one for $240 or the cheap, if you're a racing club, I'm gonna say absolutely. Or if you wanna just improve your own time trials, there is the cheaper versions as well. Who is it for? Anybody who wants to improve. If you are serious about getting the fastest lap times out there and sort of training, trying to become an ultimately really, really fast racer, whether that be whoops, 5 inches, little 2 inches, this is a perfect tool to put in your backpack. It's really easy to transport. It bound up really easy, and I have to say the interface was acceptable, but that brings me on to probably my biggest limitation of this product. What it does very, very well. It is very in-depth. There are so many features and things and little plugins you can do with this, but if you are just a simple racer, so maybe if you're a bit more simple like Stickman Steve and myself, it can be a little bit overwhelming. I really wish there was a wiki that was just like you could open up one page and it was called like Fun for Dummies, I don't know, and you could be like, here's my pilot, here's my frequency, measure my laps, and then that's it. You could just add it like all on that on one page, because trying to go through and do all the different formattings and all the different settings, it really made it a little bit more tricky. But that doesn't mean those features aren't there. You just have to do a little bit of work. And also go check out this video with Stickman Steve. He's actually just turned up. I can see him in the driveway, but this is one of the funnest videos we've done in a long time. Anyway, shout out to the nuclear hazard core. I think you guys will like it if you want to take a little bit of time to learn and you are serious about your racing.